If you love mixing with rum as much as I do, then stay tuned because we have 3 rum classics that you're absolutely gonna love. Welcome to Cocktail Limelight. I'm your host, Erick Castro. And today we're gonna be exploring 3 rum classics that I feel like don't get the shine necessarily that they deserve. These are 3 cocktails that deserve their place in the cocktail pantheon of rum, but for one reason or another, either get made wrong or get far overlooked. The first cocktail that we're gonna be making is called the Planter's Punch, and it could not be more important in regards to the cocktail canon of rum. And on top of that, it dates back to the 1690s at least, so this cocktail is about as vintage as it gets. In fact, this cocktail is so intertwined with the culture of Jamaica that even has an old school nursery rhyme to describe it. It goes, 1 of sour, 2 of sweet, 3 of strong, 4 of weak. And lastly, a little bit of spice to make it nice. What that rhyme is doing is it's describing all the components in the cocktail. Obviously the sour is lime, the sweet is the sugar, the strong is the rum, and the weak is water, which in this form would be sparkling water. And of course, that last component is add a little bit of spice. We're gonna hit it with a little bit of grated nutmeg when we're done. And trust me, you're gonna love this cocktail. And it's kind of funny because if you look at this cocktail from the historical content, the rough formula serves as a template for what would come many, many years later in the form of tiki and tropical cocktails. This drink, in many ways, you could say is the prototype for pretty much every permutation of tiki cocktail that came later. But the sad thing is, this poor cocktail has been bastardized over the years. So what we're gonna make today is a more authentic, austere, bare bones version of the cocktail. Let's do it. To start with, we're gonna be doing 2 dashes of Angostura Bitters, followed up by 3/4 ounce fresh lime juice, as well as 3/4 ounce simple syrup, and 2 ounces of Jamaican rum. Oh, that smells so good. Honestly, I don't even think I have to shake this cocktail. I could just drink it out of the tin. That's how good this cocktail is, and it just smells absolutely beautiful. But I'm not some heathen. I'm actually gonna make this drink properly, so let's do it. Now let's go ahead and strain this beautiful mixture over ice into a chilled Collins. And lastly, we're gonna top the cocktail with just a small splash of club soda. Now that we have the cocktail strained over ice, we're about to garnish it with just a bit of fresh grated nutmeg, as well as a lime wedge, as well as some fresh picked mint. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Planter's Punch. Now this next one is a drink that you never really hear much about, which is surprising because it comes from a very well-known craft cocktail book called The Fine Art of Mixing Drinks, written by David Embry. And although Embry himself was a lawyer by trade, the dude really knew his way around a cocktail tin. And when you look at the drink, honestly, it might not look like a wild build, but the drink is very austere, very elegant, and very sophisticated. Let's go ahead and make one. First, you start out with 3/4 ounce lime juice, a 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, along with a 1/2 ounce of Grand Marnier. Now for the rum, we're gonna be adding 1.5 ounces of white rum. Now let's go ahead and add some ice and give this baby a good shake. Now for the garnish, this cocktail is going to be getting an orange twist, expressed over the surface, and then dropped right into the drink. There you have it, folks, the Larchmont cocktail, invented by David Embry. It's tasty. Now this next one is called the Brooklynight, and I first encountered this one in a book written by Trader Vic. And this drink, it just spoke to me. Like when I first saw the recipe in the book, it literally just like leapt off the pages and like screamed at me, hey Eric, you need to make me because you're gonna love me. And guess what? That feeling was right, because the Brooklynight is a drink that just slaps. It has very few ingredients, but those ingredients add up to much more than some of their parts. So let's go ahead and make one. First, we start out with 2 dashes of Angostura, followed up with 3/4 ounce lime juice. Next, we're gonna add 3/4 ounce honey syrup. Follow it up with 2 ounces of Jamaican rum. Now let's go ahead and add some ice and give it a good shake. Now the cocktail's all strained, now it's time to garnish it with the lime wedge. There you have it, folks, the Brooklynight. That is ridiculous. I can only dream and hope that one day in my life, I will create anything remotely as delicious as this cocktail. It's that good. And there you have it, folks. 3 rum cocktails that I believe to be essential to anybody's cocktail Rolodex in the rum world. Each of these drinks accomplishes so much with a minimum of ingredients just because they're using a quality spirit and fresh ingredients. And honestly, I feel like there's something to aspire to in regards to that. But with that in mind, what are your favorite rum drinks? Are there any that you think we should feature in an upcoming episode? And also, if you'd like to dive deeper into the world of craft cocktails with us, be sure to check out the Bartender at Large podcast, which I host over on iTunes, Spotify, and anywhere else where quality podcasts are found. And with that said, thank y'all so much for tuning in, and we will see you again next week.